I'm not perfect, just real. And I'm just truthful. And I just have all the facts and evidence that anyone could possibly want.
Know what it's like to be wild and carefree. 'Cause I'm feeling a bit gypsy. I let the wind blow me around like a sea. 'Cause I'm feeling a bit gypsy.
If you've been following anything to do with Gyspy Blanchard, I'm sure you might have come across a woman named Fancy Macelli with her supposed network, the Good Wives Network. As of 2 hours ago, she says she's not going to speak about Gypsy for a while. She probably got a cease and desist finally, but I'm still gonna come on here and tell the truth about her because she's nothing but a liar, and I don't think y'all should be supporting her. We'll start at the beginning. Fancy has been lying her entire life, but we'll just start at the lie that she told Christy Blanchard, that she was a small town writer and producer. This lie got her a contract, and while in that contract, she did nothing with her project by proxy. Instead, she went on random interviews and talked about Gypsy's relationship multiple times, and that's something that Gypsy asked her not to do. She takes no responsibility, of course, and blames everything on Christy, even though she's a grown-ass woman, but we won't get into that. I only say that to say that it had nothing to do with her starting to ask questions. That's just what she says now, because Gypsy not wanting to continue to work with her made Fancy really mad. Why? Well, because you know that lie I told you about her being a producer and a writer? Well, this was gonna basically be her ticket to Hollywood. You know, supposedly Fancy was an actress and then she left the big stage to be a TV screenwriter and producer. Well, here's the evidence that that is all lies. Here are her acting roles, all uncredited. We have Spider-Man, she was an extra. National Lampoon's Van Wilder, she was an extra. Orange County, she was an extra. We'll skip Sins. Boy Meets World, she was an extra. And then the Good Wives podcast, that's her podcast. Back to Sins. So, Sins is the supposed TV series that she was writing and producing. And she made some money off of that, even though, guess what? It never became anything. She didn't even start it. She didn't even start production. All she did was supposedly write the script, but who knows, right? Well, here are her series and documentaries that she supposedly wrote and produced. But let's see. The first one, script. That's the status of that one. Second one, by proxy, pitch. Yeah, got a contract and everything, but all she did was pitch the idea. Never did anything else. The next one, treatment. I don't even know what that is. The Weekend, a script. Coping, which she has coming soon since 2018 as an advertisement. Pre-production. Sins, which actually you see how it says 2018. Just remember that. Pre-production. Kings Are Pawns, script. As you can see, Fancy has never produced one single TV series, but yet she calls herself a producer. Sure, I guess she can call herself a writer, but until she actually does something with that writing, it's just a hobby. But you see, this isn't the first time she made money off of people, as she's been getting people to pay for her Patreon subscription to see documents that she only got because she's a big liar. And those documents she put that people are paying for, 2 of those things, the text messages and the case files, they're already out there. You can find them on Reddit. She already put them out there. She couldn't help herself. The only thing that's new on there that people are paying for, which I think is quite disgusting, is the crime scene photos. Which, that's another thing Gypsy was upset that she shared on Facebook, because she said that her mom is still a person and deserves her dignity. But Fancy doesn't care about that. Fancy cares about making money, which I'm going to show you a clip from the other night in a second, just to show you how much of a liar she is and how She's using Patreon for exactly what she wants, money, and that's it. That's what this is all about. But here we have Sins, the show that pre-production, that it said 2018. Well, look at this, 2016, she had built up quite a fan base for this show that never came out. Hey all, we haven't posted our shirts in a while, so I wanted to let everyone know they're available again. Oh, you see again, right? Well, look at this. She already had sold some. Grab one of our t-shirts or sweatshirts at our store. So she sold merch, basically, for a show that never did appear on TV. As you can see, people were really curious about the show. They were asking questions. Which characters will be series regulars besides the Central Family and ADA? They answered, you'll just have to look it up or wait and watch. Well, I'm sure they found out they'll never find that out because, well, it never became a real TV show. And in this, you see how 2 years in a row, on the same date, which is quite weird, they said something about the show not being a show, because I guess people were asking. See, the first one in 2016 says, no, it's just in negotiation at the moment. We will update as soon as we can. It's not canceled, just taking longer than expected to get going. Thanks for the support. Now, I want you to see, this is from 2016 and 2017, which means they were selling merchandise for this show when it wasn't even a show, nor did it become one. And then I found that I actually forgot to screenshot it, but you see that Twitter below where it says soap opera news? There was an article, which I looked up that soap opera news thing, and it's not to be trusted. There was an article about one of the supposed actors, which is a pretty big actor, that she says was gonna be in Sins, and it's a link to his Instagram where he's talking about how excited he is to be on Sins, and sure enough, it didn't bring me to his Instagram. It brought me nowhere because it was not real. So she also wrote a fake article about it because she's a fraud. And lastly, her network, the Good Wise Network, that she's always saying is on Roku and Amazon and Apple. Go ahead and download it and tell me what your favorite TV show on there is. You'll have a hard time doing that since there's nothing on there. And it's weird because I know if y'all been watching her, you've heard her say this before, and it's on her website that they are on Roku and Amazon and Apple TV and all that good stuff. But I find it funny that the other night when she was acting a little deranged, actually, she said this.
We were on Roku. We were on all kinds of things. And then my people came and stole my company while my friend died. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
And I was like, oh, that's strange. But I also want you to watch how she says, this is a business. We have a network. We're building a network. That's her being excited in the moment because she's finally making money off of people, off of her lies. Go ahead and watch the clip yourself.
In my Patreon. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's in my Patreon. It was on my Patreon. That's my business's Patreon. I have a business. We are a network. We are building it. We were on Roku. We were on all kinds of things. And then my people came and stole my company while my friend died. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Oh, it makes me so mad, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? I don't know about y'all, but that was a little confusing. But it's funny how she said, I have a business. Yeah, Patreon's my business. I have a business. Like, she's like, ooh, finally, I have a business. She's been lying to all of you. I think she believes her own lies, honestly. And I do want to say one last thing. If she continues to post on Patreon, she hasn't posted much more, but I'm going to offer this right now. Do not subscribe to our Patreon. Instead, any documents that are on there, I will let you see for free. She doesn't deserve to make a single penny off of anyone, because she's been lying to people her whole life. Well, that's all for now.